Hold on. Let me take a sip.
Hello, Wednesday.
Hello, Wednesday.
How are you?
I'm having a great week.
I had a wild week already, and it's
Yeah.
only Wednesday.
What happened?
Well, I talked about it yesterday on the show, but you weren't here.
I was not here. I was gone one day.
One
day.
This did not happen until the news did not break until about noontime on Monday, and we had already done our show.
Yeah.
One of my neighbors, poor Roger, 86 years old, found dead in his yard, smoldering. Okay, let's rewind to Saturday when I said to Cliff, "Do you smell that? I smell something burning. Can you go and check on that?" Because I thought it was my 20-something downstairs burning incense. Smelled weird. Then it smelled kind of like a campfire. Then it smelled like, somebody cooking outside. I'm like, maybe it's just like one of the neighbors has the smoker out.
Holy crap.
We were smelling people. That man had been smoldering since Saturday. One of our other elderly neighbors saw that something was smoldered or charred on the yard and sprayed it off. It was him.
What?
He accidentally lit himself on fire. I don't know whether he had a medical episode or what happened, but there he sat in his yard.
I don't understand.
Burning for days.
I don't understand this story.
Right?
So he was an older gentleman. He was in his yard and he somehow accidentally set himself on fire.
Yes.
And then didn't scream for help.
Apparently not.
Was he sitting in a chair doing?
No. I know very little.
He was sitting in his hanging in his yard and then caught on fire.
He's always out there. Roger was always out there doing something in the yard.
But that means he's functional, functional enough to scream and or
86. I don't know. What if he had an episode?
I guess.
I don't know.
And then what? And then
so Monday after you and I do our show,
had a wellness check, and he was like,
no,
he's not there.
I have no idea how that happened, but I got up and I went to go check the mail. And then I see a state trooper lights on blocking my street. Then I get the phone call from one of my nosy neighbors.
Thank God for those.
Oh, I know, right? So Kathy Hennessy is calling me and she's like,
yeah, let's put her by name.
100%.
You're my nosy
Because I did the minute I saw her calling me, I was like, Cliff, I have to go. She's got the info. Because I knew. I called Cliff. I'm like, I don't know why there's a trooper. But then she's like, do you not see what's in your yard? Do you not have a radio station in your basement? All right.
She's got a point.
All right, Kathy. But then I look across the street and I see hazmat suits on his back deck. And I'm like, wait a minute. Then I got to the top of the street and I see all the fire department, everything that's over there. And I was just like, oh, this is bad.
This is insane. I just don't understand the lack of screaming. How do you catch yourself on fire and just slowly burn to ash?
Are we not talking about how I smell dead people?
Well,
it was wafting in my home in the window.
Yeah, I still don't I don't understand how somebody just casually burns.
So alive. Then I went to my gig on Monday night, and apparently my other neighbors were like, we smelled it. And I'm like, we all smelled it? And no one did anything?
Well, I
didn't know what it was.
Yeah, how would you know? Reality is how would you know? If I smelled a campfire burning in my neighborhood, it would not occur to me to go look for a body burning in the yard.
No, it's a Cape Cod thing.
Your
fire pits,
especially because it's springtime. People are cleaning up their yards and they're gonna burn stuff off, especially over the weekend. Barbecue was a nice weekend. Sure, cookout.
Yeah,
that is insane.
Yeah, so that's how I began my week.
So I just still have so many questions. This is our weird news story, right? Okay, just happy Wednesday.
I figured we'd just start off with it because
amazing.
It was so freaking ridiculous. I'm like, I don't even need to look for a weird news story. It came to me.
You're not gonna even have any of these answers, but
that I got nothing.
Burned. How was he sitting? Where? Not in a chair or anything.
He was underneath his deck. He's got this space underneath his deck that he always does yard work in. It's just weird.
And then the neighbor hosed it off?
Yeah. There was another one of our neighbors that saw smoldering on the grass.
And
she was like, oh, they didn't put out the fire
completely.
Good enough.
I'm gonna go ahead and just be good neighborly human and just hose it out.
Yeah.
She won't be able to sleep for the rest of her life.
No. No.
Oh my God. What did what did the police say? Are they like
They were here for a while. They were here all afternoon.
Did they like interview the neighborhood? Like, did you see anything?
No, they never asked me anything. Remember the bank robber with Lemonadio sunglasses? They don't want to know. My neighbor lit himself on fire. Nobody asked me anything. Nobody wants to know anything. I don't know how they investigate anything these days. I'm not calling you out. You don't need to come over and ask me anything.
No,
I don't know anything.
We don't really want you to come over because you're not going to get any information. But also at the same time,
I have questions.
Yeah. Well, that's really sad. How do you make that phone call? Like, I'm so sorry, your so-and-so has passed away. We don't really know how or why.
Yeah, right. But it's cremation free.
The house will be on the market soon. Then you got to disclose to the buyers.
At least he died outside.
Don't you have to disclose to the buyers?
But at least it was outside, not inside. So
I still don't know if I would. How do you
so many questions.
It'll still sell like crazy on the Cape. But
right.
There's that question of hi kids, play wiffle ball in the yard. You're Easter egg hunts next year.
It's at the beach. Go across the street. We don't do that in this yard.
Okay, I should not be laughing.
Right?
It's really disrespectful.
It's not, though. It's not. It's just so freaky.
It is. It's because it's not really real in my brain.
I'm glad that I had a neighborhood moment, though, at my gig on Monday night to kind of.
Do people come out?
Kibitz with my neighbors about what the hell happened in our neighborhood today. Because I was just like, wait a minute, is that real? With the month that I have had, I think that was a perfect way to put Mercury out of retrograde and get out with my life. I'm like, is it over? Is that the 3? Am I good?
Yeah.
So let's get into what's roasting.
I'm in shock. I'm just in shock. Okay, moving on.
Rip Roger, you're not roasting anymore.
I feel like.
So you started off, Tori will write our episodes and then we'll go back and forth over them. And you threw it out with the one that everyone's been talking about this week.
I did?
Yeah. Martha Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
So you put that as the top story. But
I did.
I want to rewind because I think it's senior season. I think we're having a moment. It's senior season. Now, for the first thing that I saw this morning in celebrity news and gossip was that it's finally the senior bachelor spinoff, the Golden Bachelor. I was like, finally?
No. This has been in the works for years. And by that, I mean, if you've been a part of Bachelor Nation, you know that there's been a rumorville of this. You know that there's been conversations. There was even a bachelorette, Gabby, who loved her grandpa. They were saying he would be a great candidate for this. And there's been posts and they've had applications open and whatever for years trying to pull this together.
So it's finally got a date.
Finally
it's happening.
Is the right term for this.
It's being dubbed the Golden Bachelor and it's finally a go and it's going to debut this fall. I had a moment with the Golden Bachelor last night.
Oh yeah?
I have trivia every single Tuesday at Shipwrecked and I have a regular and she comes with her former daughter-in-law to trivia.
Fun.
Well, this week she met a gentleman caller.
Oh wait, we've heard about them. I know you've talked about this duo on the pod before because then the ex-husband showed up with a new girlfriend.
Correct.
And that was a whole drama scene and you were in the middle. I know these people. Okay.
So
I feel like we should give them code names at this point.
Yeah. Mom, 86 years old, met a guy at the dog park.
What?
And then was like, you don't have to bring me to trivia. Is it okay if I bring my guy? And so our friend was like, yeah. So then at the end of trivia, I came over and I shook his hand and he was weird about the handshake. But then he was like, no, actually, your handshake was just perfect. And you have soft hands. And I was like, oh, that's how you got her. I was like, this guy's got some game. 86 years old. I was like,
here you were worried about germs. And he was like, no, I just didn't want to touch a woman with rough hands. And it turns out that was kind of okay for me.
I don't know whether he's used to being pawed at too much. I didn't know. They met at the dog park. I don't know. People are strange. So it was so funny. So her former daughter-in-law.
Did she go anyway?
Oh yeah, she went anyway. And then they had another one of their friends sit at the table who's normally got another team, but she sat with them on this one. Fun. She's a former school teacher.
Cool.
So I walk over to the table and she's like, I'm going to be going to the dog park. I got to find somebody to borrow a dog with. So she's just like, I need a friend with benefits. And she starts putting on her coat and I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening here? But it was like senior love crazy table that I was cracking up.
So cute.
So the daughter-in-law was like, did you see her? How happy she looks? I'm like, I know she looks really cute. She's like, she's even got her good socks on.
Oh my God.
I loved every moment of it.
That's the goal, to be
seriously though
excited about to put on my good socks for a man,
or just to find somebody that you want to bring to trivia night with at 86 years old. Like it was the cutest
I'm sorry
thing.
to find somebody that you want to bring to trivia night in general.
Right.
Sorry. At 30 would be great.
But there's still time. And then I saw all these stories this morning and I was like, it's senior season.
I love that.
I'm kind of here for it.
A little bit of senior love spotlight.
It's we all need love and companionship.
Yeah.
Period. We talk about love and relationship issues on this podcast all of the time.
More often. Yeah.
And I like that we're having a senior moment right now. So I saw there was a story this morning. We'll get to Martha in a minute, but it was Jane Fonda revealed how she went skinny dipping with Michael Jackson in the moonlight. And I'm like, what is happening?
Like, why aren't I shocked? Like, why is this not a shocking story to me?
No, I don't think anybody is.
This just feels very like, of course you did.
Well, she's got a new show out or a new movie, the new film, The Book Club, the next chapter. She's got Candice Bergen, Mary Steenburgen, which we all love. Fonda played. She said she's pleading the fifth with Andy Cohen about some of the other things that are in the show. But she said, I did see Michael Jackson naked.
I like how that's the line you prepped. Well, I did see Michael Jackson naked. Right. Everybody now wants to know.
Well, Andy Cohen's jaw fell because Andy's so dramatic. And he's like, okay, I'm listening.
Probably wasn't that cute to look at naked, right? Like he was kind of a weird dude. Well, kind of skinny.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what she said. He came.
Also, why is nobody asking about? Never mind.
Right. There's a lot of questions here.
Oh, that was not.
But what I laughed about was she said he came to the filming on Golden Pond. Do you remember on Golden Pond? So I want to know where you're filming with your dad. And all of a sudden now you're skinny dipping with Michael Jackson. Like it was just the weirdest story.
Someone about a cottage.
So
he came in and visited me when we were shooting on Golden Pond, and I had a little cottage right on the lake, and it was a beautiful moonlit night. And you said, let's skinny dip, as Cohen suggested. No, he did. Fonda corrected.
I just don't see that.
I think it's because he knew he was going to die young, and I would talk about him being naked. Well, he was skinny. I mean, talk about building a legacy.
Thanks, Jane.
Also, that gives like Michael Jackson so much credit to like know that Jane Fonda's gonna like remain relevant.
Right.
But that's fine.
I know. Good on you.
I'm not gonna ask anything else to be respectful of Michael. Cohen replied. Like, okay, well, we all kind of wish you did.
I know. You know he did. You know he definitely did. It's just not on record.
Yeah, it's just not on camera.
Like, shut the camera off.
He would want to know about
people. Shut the camera off. I have a question. We have questions.
Am I shocked that Michael Jackson was skinny dipping? No, it's a great pastime.
Yeah, right.
Personal experience.
Tori's a big fan.
I am. It's yeah. I don't know. I've got my spots.
I know, but legs.
We're coming up on skinny dipping season.
Yep, it's almost here.
Mm-hmm. Woo-hoo. What do you mean legs? Why? What?
I know. There's just something. It's kind of yucky and mucky. Slimy.
There's some. No, you got to find the ones that have good beaches. Like there's a couple of really nice lakes on the Cape that have like town beaches that are still a lake. So those are all sandy, which are prime. Because
once again, it's be careful. You don't need to be ending up on a registry.
Well, who's gonna come after me at like a Thursday at midnight?
You'd be surprised.
In Dennis, North Side.
Stop saying where you're gonna be.
The people are just gonna wait all night. Guys, it's dark. You can't see anything anyway.
Saying where it is. So then we're continuing on. So this was the moment that led me to the senior season. Martha
This is
Stewart.
awesome.
Yeah. 81 years old. The oldest woman ever to pose on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She looked fabulous.
She looked incredible. She had that like pout thing she does going. Yeah. She was there was one where she's sitting in a pool and she's like dripping in diamonds. I'm like, what? She's the only person that could go to jail and come out with a stunning reputation.
Right.
And then end up who she is.
Also, there's not much to that $200 one piece she was wearing.
You know what though? The confidence and the ability to do it.
Yeah.
My only complaint about this though, and Sports Illustrated is doing this, I feel like they're over marketing themselves. And with that, they're not just doing one cover, they're doing 4 covers. So there was 3 other women that were the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Yeah,
this
I don't
month.
like that either, because it's like, if this one doesn't fly or sell, we have another one.
Well,
I don't like that.
I think it's a little bit of a cash grab.
Yeah.
And I also feel like too, like Sports Illustrated used to like launch nobodies.
Mm-hmm.
It used to like take, like, think about Kate Upton, who was like literally nothing. And then she was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and it changed the way her career trajectory went, but it also changed the way that people were looking at bodies, because men loved her and women loved her, but she like pulled us out of this 90s skinny era thing, because she had boobs and she was curvy and it was beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And then she was in history for being on the cover 4 times. I just feel like they have this rookie program. They have all of this media set up to kind of continue that legacy, but it's also unfortunate when you see them not kind of stick to that.
Well,
and
it just
have
waters
these 4
it
covers.
down.
Yeah, these 4 covers instead.
Yeah, I agree.
And each one of them is famous. You know, Megan Fox was another one.
Well, she had a great conversation though about body dysmorphia, and how she is still not comfortable in her body.
I know. I'm
and
trying to take her seriously, but there's something about Megan Fox I just can't. I just can't
know.
take seriously. And I really think it's just because
disingenuine.
she just cries wolf to me about her body constantly. And and my frustration with that is live a little bit in reality about it. And yes, absolutely, you can have body dysmorphia. It does not discriminate against body type in any capacity, but also you can say openly, I recognize that's not how people see me, and I struggle with this, but I also have an understanding that I work hard for the way I look, and that I make choices, and a lot of this is natural as well, and I understand that it has gotten me in my career. Instead, it's like, you should feel bad for me because I don't really feel that great about myself anyway, so that's relatable. Like, well, no, because you're still freaking Megan Fox. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And she's done this about the same thing too. Like it's the same thing when she claims about like, I hate being over sexualized and it's been that way my whole life. Well, right, but you walk red carpets in tops that like are this big.
Yeah.
So if you and look at who you date, like you walk around with Machine Gun Kelly covered in like just chains over your nipples. Like maybe you don't sexualize yourself as much, and you walk around in a T-length dress from the 50s, and it maybe won't hit you as hard.
Right.
So it's one of those like.
Decide what you're gonna do.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just want to hear you stop talking about it.
Right.
And how you feel about your body, because that seems to be the only thing that she makes headlines on right
now.
Or
maybe you're having a conversation about your people, your stylists, the people that you surround yourself with, that are pushing you to do these edgy things because of the way you look.
But you also,
maybe you hire different people.
You own your brand.
Yeah.
Divert. Also, don't date who you date.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to be this person, then don't be this person.
But she really wasn't that person outwardly when she was with David. I know I'm just calling him that because that was his character's name.
It was like my brain.
But it's David.
Yeah. Sure, but she also was not making any money. Then she got divorced and had to make money. So she took her clothes off again to hit red carpets and dated a celebrity. And now she's making a ton of money. She's on the cover. She's got a career again. Great. And she's doing it with kids and the whole thing. Women's empowerment. But also like own your shit. Own the fact that this is how you make money. And then don't criticize it as well behind it.
Yeah.
There's been Emirata does the same thing, but she does it a little bit differently.
And she owns her body. Like she just does.
Yeah, she's just
I've never
like,
seen anybody walk in their own skin as much and as well as she does.
She doesn't demean her body. She's literally like, no, I take my clothes off because that's how I make money. Megan Fox is like, this is how I make money, but I want you to feel bad about it. Like,
right.
No. Bro, no.
You did that really well. I like that.
Thank you.
That's a skill right there.
But anyway, back to Sports Illustrated. You know, especially if you follow them on social media too, they have so much social presence of all their rookies and all of the photos that come out of them on social media, which is almost more inundated than the covers themselves. Yeah. I don't think people really buy print anymore.
Not really.
So we are seeing all these images of all these girls.
Like a good magazine though.
Yeah, I agree. But we're seeing all these images of these girls anyway. So by the time they launch,
I'm not buying Sports Illustrated.
Right. By the time they launch to a cover, you already know who they are. They already have a massive following. Their launch isn't as big of a deal.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they pulled back on their massive marketing and all their rookies in their social media, and that's all they do is like post potential covers or inside images, and then they took away having to do 4 or 5 covers in a single month, then they'd get back to maybe like
that's
what
the way
they're tried
they're staying
and true.
relevant. and their brand strategy. Maybe that's what their strategy is, how they're staying relevant.
Well, either way, Megan
Fox, there's just so much. Look here, here. It's always flashy.
It is always flashy.
No one's waiting anymore for the one cover. It's not what people do anymore.
Yeah, I guess so.
We've moved on. You're out of the conversation.
Although putting Martha Stewart on the cover
that's a conversation.
It was a big splash.
It was
that
brilliant.
was brilliant.
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
give them that.
Another big splash, Kylie.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on with this situation?
So this was confirmed that she's dating Timothy.
Right.
We didn't really talk about that. It was like confirmed. Right. We talked that there was a rumor. Also, side note, did you see like the half rumor going around the internet that Kim's dating Tom Brady?
I can't.
Because she borrowed his golf cart because they were talking about buying houses on the same similar islands.
He's coming back.
For like a minute.
I know. We're just honoring him.
He's not really coming back. No, he should have signed. Never mind. We're moving.
I know. We're just honoring. We know. Is it real? We don't know.
No.
That's just the rumor. What we're talking about right now is Kylie.
Yes. So she is confirmed to be dating Timothy Chalamet.
I hear that Travis Scott does not like this situation.
So then that's the next story. Travis Scott is like not about it. You don't say your baby mama and moving on because she keeps coming back to you and now you don't have that little pull on her, that little control on her as baby daddy, moving on, dating somebody else. She's 25.
Right.
Let her do her thing. And he's 22. You think at 25 with 2 kids is going to be able to date a 22. Has only been able to drink for like 18 months.
Is that how old Timothy Chalamet is?
I think so. Maybe that's wrong.
Is he a young thing?
I thought he was young.
Well, Travis Scott's 32, so she's been used to having an older guy. And, she's got a 5-year-old. It's not like she's any spring chicken anymore.
I thought he was super young. Hold on, let me see.
I thought he was a little bit older than that. I thought he was like 30.
Oh, no, he's 27. Oh, he's older than... No, he just looks 22.
Yeah.
All right, so he's able to drink for a minute.
Yeah, well, he just looks like a little Sprite.
Yeah. It's her type, apparently. Because Travis Scott is a little, too.
Not for me.
No. But anyway.
She's got a body. There's something to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like
dating guys that are smaller than me.
It's very hard to do for me.
It's weird. It's right. Good luck to you.
No. But I think the whole thing is interesting. Okay, so he's 27, so that changes the conversation a little bit. But either way, like he's a single dude. He's in Hollywood. You're still under 30, and you're dating a mom of 2 who is like a billionaire in her own right.
Yeah.
First of all, you have to have quite the humble lack of ego to be able to walk into that relationship.
Yeah, he never struck me as a person that even cared anything about what anybody thought of him, which is why I kind of like that's what's appealing about a Timothy Chalamet.
That's true.
Don't care. I'm here for it. I'll stand and deal with this.
He says that he loves that Kylie is such a hands-on mom and boss. He appreciates her confidence and thinks she's incredibly beautiful. Like, yeah, we all do. It's just ridiculous. The amount of money she can spend to look that way.
Is it a flash in the pan? Probably. But if Travis doesn't like it, that should speak to how it's working.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, this is serious.
I don't know. I also kind of think Travis Scott is the kind of person to have an opinion before he's really should have an opinion.
Duly noted.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like just
I
like
agree.
his brand and the things he sings about.
Yeah.
He just kind of comes off that way.
I'll say the words before I even realize the words that I've said.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree.
A little blip. 4 months later, they finally settle the Presley case over the Graceland. With all the daughters.
Oh, Riley Keough, all that's done?
Yes.
Okay.
Finally.
Did they say what it was?
Lisa Marie's daughter. No.
No, they didn't say
they
who
didn't tell
gets
us what
or how Graceland's going to be handled.
Of course they didn't give us the details.
Well, because I know, because I wanted to know, like Priscilla Presley.
They just said she's very content.
Okay, as long as it's fine. But I just thought it was so bizarre that grandma's now suing the granddaughter and doesn't think, there were so many allegations thrown. It got really nasty.
Lisa Marie got a massive check.
That's exactly what it is. That's kind of gross.
It's crazy to me that the will was contested and that it worked. And if they came to an agreement and it's settled, that means I'm sure Riley Keough just took a ton of money she's gotten from Daisy Jones and the Six and just paid off.
Was like, here you go. Shut up and go away.
Shut up and go away.
Is that enough money?
And I'm sure it's because Riley Keough, we talked about that. So you would think that Riley Keough is kind of like the keeper of the keys, but I would think, right? Especially the way that the will is set up, because of the will, it's supposed to go to all the kids. So I'm sure Riley Keough is like trying to
be mindful of all of this.
And that it goes, she's one of people, right? Like it's not just her, and I'm sure she's not the executor, but like kind of to make sure that everybody gets their portion because she's the oldest. Right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Because her brother died?
Yeah.
I can't figure it all out. But
anyway. I know. It's kind of sad.
But the families, quote unquote, are happy. I'm just going to assume. They won't tell us. I'm just going to assume that's because Riley Keough was like.
Here. Yeah, exactly. That's so gross.
Is it not awkward, though?
Yeah.
The whole thing is weird.
And kind of sad.
Yeah. And as a family member, I mean.
Yeah, it just makes me sad. Well, I don't have anything, so don't come for me, kids. Good luck to you. Dad and I are selling the house, and good luck to you.
I think that's it.
Nothing.
Just end the episode right there. We're done. So that's it. Don't come after me. Don't kill me. Don't come after my kids. Nobody's got anything.
It's just as long as they don't find me burning in the yard.
From a business perspective, should we talk about how there's nothing to go after? No. It's like, I'm a little concerned.
We got nothing. Although, if you're looking to sponsor us, we're available.
If you would like to leave me something to leave my children.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Tori's fictitious children and my very much real ones.
I meant
that
your
life
kids.
Sucks.
Yeah. I meant I was speaking as you.
Today is Lily's golden birthday. She's 17 on the 17th. So she's had a week-long celebration.
Has she been blasting like Dancing Queen and
God. Yeah. I'm 16
17.
going on 17. We had a photo shoot yesterday for her baby business.
I saw that. Cute.
I know.
What are we doing here?
So she's going to be doing tea parties.
Cute.
She's got this like whole program that she's been working on. So I'm like, okay, we have an events company. Like, why not do that as an event to offer people?
She should market as like bachelor parties.
So
on the Cape.
Maybe she's gonna work with kids right now.
Yeah, true. But I just mean like it would be funny. Like just pour a bunch of. She probably can't. Oh, she's got one more year. So build up the business because then in a year she can serve and she can put tequila in those teacups and make a shit ton of money.
I love where this is going. Get perky with us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The First Shot Morning Show. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you Friday.
The First Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonadio. When life gives you lemons, make radio. We encourage everyone to listen happier.com.